Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I am the Queen of Wands if you are new here. This is a daily reading, but of course, whenever you see it, that's when it hits home. So let me know if any of this resonates. So I shuffled the cards and I could shuffle online if anyone has a problem with it. I've been doing this for so long. I find people are like, do we really need to sit and listen to you shuffle? And I'm like, okay then. And then they don't like the chit chat. So I'm like, okay then. So this reading was funny. When I put it all together, most of the times, things just pop in my head. And this one was the Willie Nelson song, You Were Always on My Mind, which I really like that song. It's an oldie, and if you're young, go search it up and listen to the lyrics so you can kind of vibe with this reading. But this reminded me of the Willie Nelson song. And this is about your POI. That's code for point of interest. Person on your mind, okay? So when I first looked at the Six of Pentacles, I thought, boy, this person is tired, which would be you. This person is so tired of being the one who overgives, constantly giving, to the point that they know they need to start saving some money. But it's not just money. You're overgiving other stuff. Like you're overgiving emotions. You're overgiving time. You're overgiving so much, and you're realizing that as you're overgiving, you're starting to deplete, okay? You're starting to deplete what little you have left. So I like that in a way for you, because when I look at that, I say to myself, this person is sitting there overgiving, right? And now they're aware that they're overgiving. And I really think that you are going to have an epiphany, because I see you taking a rest, okay? And the Three of Swords is sometimes about sorrow. It's sometimes about three people in a relationship. It has a couple of different meanings. Some people say it's divorce. And I feel like you're feeling all that and you're deciding to take a rest from it, because it gets exhausting. And it's not that you don't want the person you're overgiving to be in your life, your POI. I remember when somebody first asked me, I just need a reading on my POI. Now I'm 64, and I always have to state that. Sometimes I don't know some of these newer words. They're like, can I have a reading on my POI? And I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? So I feel that you're starting to really understand that POI could give a little bit in return. And it's starting to exhaust you a little bit. But not only that, it's starting to worry you, because you can feel that you've been doing this for so long that unfortunately you're kind of depleting yourself, and who hasn't been there? So luckily you decide that you're going to take a rest, okay? You decide, and remember, this is your once upon a time. You've decided that you are going to take a rest from it, because really you just can't do it anymore. You're just tired. And you've tried to get your point across. Don't forget, Ace of Swords is all about clear communication. So I don't think you could have been any clearer to this person unless you drew them a blueprint or a map. And for some reason, for now, at this stage, they just didn't get it. They're just not getting what you're trying to sell. And you can see the white roses there, and that always talks about love, but it does have garland on there. So even though they are not maybe receptive to you, I still feel that they are listening, okay? They hear you, It's like, back in the day when we were younger and our mothers would tell us something, we would pretend we didn't hear it, only as adults to repeat the behavior she told us to have. So we hear, we hear. And when I look at the top row, I think that you could be involved with someone from the military. Doesn't have to be. They could be a uniformed person. I feel like maybe you met them in the fall time or it came together. A lot of this happened in the fall time. But I feel springtime was when you finally got to a point where you realized your self-worth. You realized how this relationship was really making you feel. So then I came down here, and this is where it reminded me of Willie Nelson. So this is said POI, person of interest. I'm assuming everybody who watches tarot as much as you guys do know that, you know what it means. I don't have to decipher for you. All right, so I get to the Seven of Pentacles, and I feel this person here, he does think about you, or she. Don't get caught up in the gender. I mean, they're definitely standing there thinking, and they're thinking about a reunion. So now I would say to you, does this person live at a distance? Is this person a little bit further from you? Because Ten of Wands is kind of like a distance. But the person doesn't go a day without thinking about you. And they know you've been putting in more. They definitely know you've been putting in more. But for some reason, they've been very caught up in their current life. Now, I also feel for them, they've been going through some struggles. When I get the Ten of Wands, I always get like personal struggles. And I feel like the personal struggles have all been put upon them. Okay, if that makes sense. So in other words, they don't really have any help with whatever they're going through at the time, if that makes sense. So maybe they're single parents, maybe at work, people have been let go and the burden's on them. And I'm not making an excuse for anybody who alienates anyone or ignores anyone and the other person has to do all the work. I am not making an excuse for anyone. So we come across Judgment, and the person's thinking, has it been too long? Can I still salvage this? Can I reach out? Because don't forget, Judgment is, wait, I better do that. A little late on the draw, but I forget to cover them. Some people block them out with markers. I just refuse to do that to my deck. I can't do it. So Judgment is all about what we thought was dead and gone arises again, okay? So I'm not saying that your POI is a zombie, but I'm saying that really your mindset, and maybe even theirs too, had made peace with it and said, well, I guess it's done. I guess it's over. And merrily they go on their business. But I got the Sun card. I clarified the spread with the Sun card, and I realized that there is going to be some form of communication. Because one thing about this card here, this card talks about you giving all yourself, you giving a lot of everything, and then all of a sudden they turn around and start putting it in. It's funny, they kind of start putting it in when you stop giving it, if that makes sense. So it's like they have this epiphany. They have this realizations. And with the Sun card, that always tells me that you're finally, because I'm reading from your perspective, you're finally in a place, who's ever watching this video, where you could feel vulnerable and you can trust this person again. So I think for your POI reading, I think it's definitely time for you to pull back for your own well-being. But I think the more you pull back, the more they will realize what it's like to not have you in their life, and they will reach out. Or they will pep up communication, whichever it is. Because I feel with the Sun card, you are going to become very vulnerable in this situation, and you're going to let yourself just take 2 steps back, okay? Because don't forget the Four of Swords. We realize that, you know what? The Three of Swords is really giving us a run for our money. We need to kind of sit back and relax a little bit, okay? All right, my dears, I hope my POI reading made sense. Obviously, I'll do different topics, different days. And if you do not subscribe. I do put out monthly zodiac, and I think I have, what's today? Thursday. So I have one more day of videos going up to finish out the astrology. All right, everyone. I am the Queen of Wands, and everybody have a great day.